January 20th, 1995, Philippine and US investigators learned that Ramzi Yousef, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, and fellow plotters were actually planning three different styled attacks when they were foiled just 2 weeks ago. In addition to the planned assassination of the Pope and the first phase of Operation Bojinka, previously discovered, they also planned to crash about a dozen passenger planes into prominent US buildings. It is often mistakenly believed that there is a Bojinka plan to blow up some of the planes and crash others into buildings. But in fact, these different forms of attacks are to take place in two separate phases. Philippine investigator Colonel Rodolfo Mendoza learns about this second phase, though through the examination of captured Bojinka plotter Abdul Hakim Murad. On the afternoon of January 20th, Mendoza writes a memo about Murad's latest confession saying, with regards to their plan to dive crash a commercial aircraft at CIA headquarters, subject alleged that the idea of doing some other plans where planes would be crashing into buildings came out during his casual conversation with Ramzi Yousef, and there is no specific plan yet for its execution. What the plan has in mind is that he will board any American commercial aircraft, pretending to be an ordinary passenger. Then he will hijack said aircraft, control its cockpit, and dive it into the CIA headquarters. He will use no bomb or explosives. It is simply a suicide mission that he is very much willing to execute. Shortly after Ramzi Yousef is arrested, investigators discover a computer file of a letter on his laptop that is signed by Khalid Sheikh and Bojinka. An eyewitness account of the arrest is given to Time magazine by a Khalid Sheikh who was also staying in the same building as Yousef was. Investigators also discover that he had frequently visited Yousef's apartment in Manila, Philippines, when the bombs for the Bojinka plot were being made. They also find Yousef have written down a phone number for Khalid Doha. Doha is the capital of Qatar. Shortly after being apprehended, Yousef calls this number in Qatar and asks to speak to a Khalid. Further intelligence this year connects him to the 1993 World Trade Center bombing when records are found of money wired from a Khalid Sheikh in Doha, Qatar, to one of the bombing suspects, Mohammed Salame, several days before the bombing. At first, investigators don't know exactly who this person is, but there is an entry in Yousef's seized telephone directory for a Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, Yousef's uncle and Khalid Sheikh Mohammed's brother. Not long after the discovery is made, Pakistan authorities and investigators said Zahid's offices in Peshawar, Pakistan, but Zahid had already fled. Nevertheless, apparently by the end of the 1995 investigations, they make the connection between Zahid and Khalid. They begin to open a case against Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. The FBI successfully arranges for a photograph to be taken of Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, and he is positively identified from the photo in December of 1995.